Hello, Stampin' Buddies. It's Lori from Lori's Little Bit of Crafting. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I'm trying to get back on schedule, but I'm still Late Night Lori. So it is Monday, little after 11 p.m. I am back from OnStage. I'm back from my travels both before and after OnStage. Travels home were interesting yesterday just because there were storms all over the place. Hopefully some of those places that were hit hard can recover quickly. And I know there were some fatalities with those, so my thoughts and prayers go out to those families that were affected. So the last couple of weeks, you have seen me post a bunch of things about where in the world is Late Night Lori. So my husband and I were on a cruise, and we went to, Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic. We went to St. Martin, and we went to St. Thomas. Okay, so those were the 3 stops we had in 1 week. We traveled with another couple and just had a really good time. We only did one excursion where we went to Maho Beach, I think is the name of the beach, where there's an airport there that's pretty well known, where the planes fly right over the beach. So one of my videos, at least one of my videos from that trip, showed those planes. So anybody who was thinking Maho Beach and that airport, yay you. Some of the other places I'll have to go through my posts and kind of update where we were. But one of our stops after the cruise, when we were on our way to OnStage, was to this place. First time I've ever been there. I've been to 3 different ones now. These are awesome. If you like little chocolate filled ice cream cones, they're really good. All right. Excuse me. On to the next thing. So one of the days we were in Savannah. So anybody who guessed where in the world Late Night Lori was, one of the days we were in Savannah. We stopped at their tourist center where they do their trolley tours and that. They had a cute little gift store. I don't know if you can actually even see this, but I couldn't help myself. But I found this clip of, it's a piece of the film from Gone with the Wind. I thought that was kind of cool. I'm kind of into older retro stuff, I guess. But these are some pictures. Hopefully you can see them okay, of the neighborhoods in Savannah. Gorgeous. The river, a little bit of their skyline. And I forgot what their fountain is called. But they have what they call the squares. They have, I think, 22 of them around Savannah. They actually dyed their water green for St. Patrick's Day weekend. And they tried dyeing the Savannah River, but I think it was the Savannah River, because how deep it is, the current took all the green out. So now they just do all of their fountains around the city. So the next stop, Charleston, South Carolina. We did go to some of the neighborhoods where I think they call this Rainbow Row. Or was that? No. Yeah. I don't know. I'll update my posts when I can figure out where I was. I have so many pictures to go through. It's insane. So we were around Charleston. We also went to see the USS Yorktown. So that was the military ship that we saw. And I think it's the USS Laffey was also there. So we did that before we ended up in Raleigh. This I got from my team leader, and one of the demonstrators there had a bunch of these, I don't know, made obviously for OnStage, and she was offering them, and excuse me, I just thought it was a really cute bag, and my team leader got one for her team, and I ended up with one of the bags. So, I'm not going to craft anything, but I'm going to go through just some of the things we got. I feel like I'm missing something, but usually Stampin' Up! Gives us some kind of notebook or folder or something to work with. This time we got this cool hardcover, like it's not really a binder, but it's a clipboard, but you have pockets in here for little things. Here's one of the make and takes we did. And I have some other, I'll show you these too. So this was one of the make and takes we did, and hopefully my whole pile won't knock over. But anyway, it's got this notepad in here too that's got striped paper, which I thought was adorable. But this was one of the note cards we made, or I'm sorry, one of the make and takes we made. And this is not a new cardstock color, but these colors are new. So Strawberry Slush, Darling Duckling. There is, something C, Cloud Cover, and Timid Tiger. I'll get you the name of that one. I have to learn them. 5 new colors come in, 5 colors are going out. I've mentioned before, if you want any of those old colors, Pebbled Path, Moody Mauve, Boho Blue, Wild Wheat, and Copper Clay are on their way out. So if they haven't sold out already, stock up on your cardstock, your re-inkers, your ink, your markers, blends, whatever it is you might like of those colors, because once they're gone, they're gone. You won't be able to get them anymore. Okay, so those are 2 make and takes that we did. We also, I mentioned with some of my videos, this product Playground. So I am going to, I guess I had 2 here. This was what we got to play with for all of the new colors. So these are the cardstocks of the new colors. Secret C. There we go. We got to stamp an image with the colors. So for all of these, I did a full strength and then a stamping off. So our second generation. And then we also got to use the Stampin' Blends. So you can see, actually that was probably the marker. So we could see what the colors actually look like on paper. So that's pretty cool. And then we also got to play with some of the new two-tone cardstock. So if you tear it, it has a white core, but you can see one side is darker, one side's lighter. If you crumple it, you can get some of the variations showing through the crinkles. So it gives you that two-tone look. If you sand it, you can see some of the color coming through. And if you fold it, if you fold it, you'll be able to see the 2 colors, obviously. We did a fun little bingo game. We got a nice little bookmark, but this is for an idea that we have to do some follow through on. And then I just took some notes, so we don't need to go through those. We had some breakout sessions. We had our general sessions. It was, if you've ever been to a convention or a conference, it was very much like that. So some creativity time, some learning time, some networking time, just sharing a lot of really good ideas. Those make and takes, those were not actually make and takes. Now that I see this, those were the after hours event that was a pay to play that was separate from the conference. And we got to make some, let me back up. There's so many things I want to try to cover in just a few minutes because my snoring husband is ready to go to bed. Hi, Paul. I purchased this bundle ahead of time. I don't know that we knew what it looked like ahead of time. We may have, we may not have. I just don't remember. This last few weeks and couple of months actually leading up to OnStage has been a bit of a whirlwind. But this was the one that I purchased. These dies are so cool. And then we got this idea booklet. So we were able to make projects with the instructions from Stampin' Up. And those two cards, wherever they went, they're here somewhere. Here they are. These two cards were done with this Impressions in Bloom. Okay, so these are 2-step stamps. So you do your solid image in a lighter color, usually the details in a darker color, and you layer them. And that's how these are just stamped simply. They didn't have the background stamp. So we'll do some playing with that with 2-step stamping. And then this was my prize patrol. So Stampin' Up! Does a prize patrol. Every attendee gets assigned a number randomly. And then throughout the event, when there's all the hoopla, oh, it's prize patrol time, they will display and call out one of the numbers, and everybody with that number gets something, whether it's a stamp set. I think some years they've done, I don't know, like maybe some memories and more cards. But usually it's, my best recollection is we usually get stamps. So this is a red rubber stamp. I will show you some ways to get good images on that. And I'll work with my team on this too to show you how that works. And then I hijacked a piece of my grid paper just because I thought this was cool. So I'm actually going to, I think, cut this down and do some memory keeping and try not to forget too much of the fun that went through. So this is the stuff for the make and take. We were given on Thursday night all of the materials that we would need for our make and takes for Friday and Saturday. All right. So one of those items was the Celebration Expressions Memories and More card pack. So this is going to be a new product. And I don't gravitate to Memories and More cards, but they are pretty cool. So depending on what you want to do, and I think those are actually upside down because they're banners. So you get like 5 or 6, 2, 4, 6. Look at those designs. 2, 4, 6 looks like. Aren't those cute? And you can use them for memory making. You can use them for making cards. There is a scrapbook layout that was a Saturday project, and I was doing other things, so I didn't actually feel like I had enough time to get mine done, so I didn't even start it. But I will get that done and share that with you. But if you're doing a scrapbook page, you know, this would be something that you would use to journal in. Okay, you can also make great cards with these. What a crowning achievement. So let's see, there's one more design here, if I can get them apart. And then some stripes. And then, of course, because Stampin' Up! Can, they make these 2-sided. All right, so you can rip, you can flip, and I'll show you something that we did. This is one that's got thanks all over it. And you could use a punch for these. You could cut them down. You could just use these as a layer on a card if you're not big on memory keeping. Okay, so there's another one. Some stripes with Strawberry Slush, Timid Tiger. And that should be the new blue. Let's see. Balmy Blue. So this is a mix of Balmy Blue, Berry Burst, Daffodil Delight, Lemon Lime Twist, which is my favorite, Pretty in Pink, Timid Tiger. I guess that wasn't Strawberry Slush. But there will be lots of other products with those, all right? And those some note cards we did. The Memories and More cards also come with the larger size cards. And I think these are 4x6. So let me get a bunch each of those. So there's balloons on one side, design in the back, words, stripes, fireworks and fire, and then bubbles. All right, so those are pretty cool. So that's all together. Now, this is a quickie card we did using layered thoughts. So this was part of the all attendee giveaway, which is a prize patrol, but they give it to every attendee. And this is what we used for our make and takes. So with this one, we took one of the Memories and More cards. I guess that we used that for the bottom layer. So that's what was the bottom part of our card. And then we took another piece that had stripes on it. So this piece, and used this side. And that's what these pieces here were. We just did some tearing, okay? So we tore part of it off, we tore a corner off, and we used the middle section. You can see, so this would have gone here, this would have gone here, but when they tear them off, when we tore them off, this is what we ended up with. So I didn't really finish it. I would put some embellishments or some kind of ribbon thing on there. And then for the next one, you could turn it over so that you could have the white core, or because it doesn't really show a word for me in English, I would probably just do the reverse one of these, kind of like so, and maybe stamp my sentiment or put a banner sentiment in there to make another card. So enough about those. We also received a full pack of the Greetings for All Mix and Match ephemera pack. So you've seen me use this before. It's got 3 different design layouts or sentiment sheets, and you get 2 of each one. And these were for us to use with our make and take projects. I just didn't use any of mine yet. So you can see you've got the 2 white background with the dark letters with the black, and then you've got the black background with the white letters. So these are really nice if you just need to do a quickie card. You just punch out your die cut sentiment and you are good to go. And then they gave us these 2 for the scrapbook page for our Saturday project. Like I said, I didn't get that one done. Then we received a whole pack of the new in color. So the 25 to 27 in color cardstock. So we have our Darling Duckling. We have our Timid Tiger. We have our Cloud Cover. And you can see we were using these for some projects. We have our Strawberry Slush. And then we have our last one that I forgot the name of again, and it's not on there. The something C, whatever that was. You guys will remember, or just give me a little grace and I'll figure it out later. And then for another one of our projects, I mentioned for Saturday, we did some scrapbooking layouts. So we got a whole pack of White Willow 12 by 12 cardstock. So that's what we worked with, or some did, those that got it done. And then for the projects, we got 2 pieces, 1 or 2 pieces of, excuse me, some other colors of cardstock. So this is 2-tone cardstock. So this is our basic black. And then you can see how it's a lighter shade. This is Granny Apple Green with the lighter shade on the other side. So you can see this is just cut in half the project that we did, okay? And then here's another piece. So you can see this is Garden Green, darker, lighter. And then here is one of the layouts that we did. And this was on Friday night our pay to play. So that used the stamp set that I showed you originally. I gotta look it up. Impressions of Bloom stamp set. So again, we didn't do the 2 layers. We just did the detailed pieces, and cut an 8.5 by 8.5 square to go on the 12 by 12. And then we made place card holders for journaling or other pictures. Now, if I was going to redo this, and when I do my second piece for my 2-page spread, when I do this inverted, however I do it, I might do like a 6 by 6, a smaller box, so that I can have like 2 of them, maybe one here and one here, to kind of coordinate with this. I will leave this pocket or that side unglued so I can use it as a pocket. Had I been, you know, looking ahead a little bit, I could have done that here, because then you can put, you know, other memory pieces in there. But if you have multiple pictures and you can't decide which one to put down, ask me about flip-flap cards, because those are pretty awesome too. So the other thing that we received, if we were lucky enough to purchase them ahead of time, they had a limited number of these bookmarks that I thought were really slick, and these little OnStage journal books. So these are textured. I'd laid these out and asked folks to identify the colors, I think. So here's our Timid Tiger. This is our cloud cover, the Darling Duckling, and the Strawberry Slush. And these are just to make your little notes in for whatever you use notebooks for. So they're actually like a canvas kind of cover there, and the pages are actually sewn in. So those are kind of neat. But I bought these. You can no longer purchase these. These will be gifted to my team members. So they can look forward to that. If you're watching, team, spoiler alert. We also got this pen. I love the color contrast. And some of the things we did in the product playground, we picked up little, I think these are stickers. My goal is to one day earn the incentive trip. Hope to do that. We're doing scrapbooking. So there is going to be a virtual album retreat. So I think I'll get you the dates, but I think it's 3 days. It's going to be all online, but we will purchase a specific scrapbooking kit, and customers and demos, I think, alike are able to participate in this, and we will do like a scrapbooking retreat sort of thing. All right. Creativity Now is coming. I'm really hoping to promote. So I am looking to grow my team and to have people on my team promote. So we also have World Card Making Day coming up, and I will not be doing World Card Making Day this year during the event. I'll be doing it, but I'll be doing it virtually afterwards, because our niece is having a baby shower. So I will be at the baby shower that day. I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, it's June 21st. So here was my name badge for the event. We got some fun pins with some of the fun designs. And then when we did our little bingo thing, we got a button to wear. And I do love what I do. Hopefully you guys love it when I share things. So we also received the annual catalog, and this will go live I think it's May 6th. Yep, May 6th, and it'll be active through May 4th of next year, 2026. I cannot show you the inside of the catalog. All I can do is show you the front of the catalog, but I'm really excited about all of the things that are inside. And because I was an on-stage attendee, I also had the opportunity to pre-order. So we had a product purchase premiere, and I just entered my order before I came on here to share my excitement with anybody who's watching. And I hope to share this with my team soon, because demonstrators get to have early access to the catalog and the ability to pre-order a limited amount of product before normal customers, before customers can normally order. Okay, so the other thing that we got, Stampin' Up! Usually gives us, last year they gave us a great crafting backpack. It had a little tool box-like thing. It was, I'll pull it out sometime, but it's a backpack. It holds a computer. It's got the padded place for the computer to go, and it's got, you can divide the top from the bottom, and it's just so versatile. Well, this year we got, and I'm not probably going to be able to get this all the way in the camera, but here is one set of the handles. So they're woven. They are interchangeable, and there's this other side that's got the like the seam binding on it. You could probably have that out if you wanted. It depends on how you put your straps on. But then we got these. Now, this is a formed plastic outer case, and you can hopefully see the Stampin' Up! Logo on here. So this is unique to Stampin' Up! These handles can go on a couple of different ways. You can put the handles so that it comes this way, so you can put it over your shoulder, or you can put them on this way so that they open fully. And if you take the bag, if you went to OnStage, since you didn't, sorry, if you didn't, you won't be able to purchase these bags. These are exclusive to OnStage attendees. But this actually has a removable inner lining that has a zippered area, place to put like a bottle of water. There's some pockets on here. So this is going to be a really handy crafting bag for me. And there's like there's a design on here too, like a striped geometric kind of design. All right, so I think that's most everything from OnStage that I am able to share until I get some of my other projects done, and I can share those with you as well. If there is any crafting need that you have that I can help you with, I would love to be your demonstrator if you don't already have one. You can find me at Lori's Little Bit of Crafting through Facebook and YouTube. If you want to shop with me, you can shop with me at lorimacari.stampinup.net. If you are as excited about paper crafting as I am and you want to join Stampin' Up, there's always a really good deal for joining. You don't have to, be real salesy. You don't have to build a business. You can be what we call a hobbyist, and you get a 20% discount on all your stuff. So there's a lot of perks to being a demonstrator, and one of them is just making cool cards. When we were at the conference at OnStage, I happened across a crafter I had never met before, but you're there with a couple thousand of your friends, because even though you've never met maybe face-to-face before, you become fast friends, all right? But she made this for one of her swaps. And with swapping, what usually happens is you make however many cards ahead of time using current products, and you take them and you trade with other demonstrators. And, if you had 25 of your card, you're going to pass these out to 25 different people, and you're going to get 25 different cards. So you get a lot of ideas, you get a lot of good conversation, you make a lot of new friends. And this was the card. She was, I guess I kind of got ahead of myself. She was trying to hurry to get her swaps done before her swapping event. And I happened to see her sitting there working feverishly on her cards. Deb, if you're watching, I love your card. But anyway, I asked her if she needed help. So I sat down, I helped her finish her swap cards, and she was so sweet and gave me one of her swaps. And I think it's just a beautiful card. So thank you, Deb. I had a fun time chatting with you and making your cards with you. So that is all I have for right now. And until next time, hopefully tomorrow when I'm like done doing all my laundry from being gone for a couple weeks and done unpacking more things, hopefully I can get back and do some projects and show you some of the new things and what they look like actually with stamps, ink, and paper. So until next time, everybody, happy stamping.